Welcome, my friends. We are talking about the ring base at Town Hall 12 and how do you go about defeating these sort of ring bases slash internet bases slash you see them a lot. Now, these are the regular clans that you face. What is the best strategy? Now, one of the most popular and I would say powerful certainly is this Queen Walk Pekka bat, or just a straight Queen Walk no bat, just Queen Walk Pekkas into bowlers, or Queen Walk into Mass Witches. These strategies are phenomenal against this attack strategy. Now, as far as this one, Witches would do a good job, one, because all the singles, right? Look at all the single target Infernos. Not going to be a problem. Now, they can be a problem for the Pekkas if they lock on, so just be aware of that. But, of course, bats here are amazing. If you can distract the Wizard Towers with the singles up, yeah, just going to be awesome stuff. So, these sort of hits, I know you see these bases all the time. People ask me, how do you take them down? This is the strategy for you. It's just an easy strategy to use. It's a powerful strategy to use, and the likelihood of getting a 3-star is extremely high, and if not, you'll definitely going to get that 2-star, right? Anyways, he uses the E-drag here to get some nice funnel. I mean, that's a beautiful funnel there. Does he get one more hit off? Let's hope. Yeah, it does. I already knew it because I've already watched this replay, boys. Of course, the E-drag. So nice use of the E-drag for one side. So everything's just going to push right into the middle. I mean, this is just awesomely, amazingly destruction. Now, he did misplace the jump, I will say, because the ram actually opened up that compartment. So he could have used the jump on the back end. Now, as I said before, this is the danger of Pekka's going in here against the singles, right? He's losing his king here. He's going to have to pop Warden if he sees it. There goes the Warden. So if you brought Witches there, all those skeleton spells would have been tanking for the singles, okay? It wouldn't have been a big problem. He could have actually right there, you could have used an Ice Golem. I think that would have been a nice trick. Again, always look for Ice Golem placements when you're using the bat spells. If you can distract the Wizard Tower, then use it. It's worth dropping. It's worth dropping the bowlers or a Pekka or some wizards or whatever you need to drop. It's definitely worth it in the end than using those frees. The singles really almost took down his troops in the middle. The Queen almost died at the single. So, you know, it's a little dangerous, but then again, the bats are here, and because there's no multis on the board, it's just easy for the bats. The only thing that can kill these bats is the Wizard Towers there, but that one Wizard Tower is distracted on the King, so they get the job done. Honestly, in this sort of base, I really think the Mass Witches probably would have worked even better. I think you would have had more Witches up, just because the singles lock onto the skeletons, you'd save King and Queen ability. He would have had more troops up, in my opinion. You notice the Pekkas got melted, right? The singles really locked onto those Pekkas. That's why he didn't have any up. But he did, of course, have the old bats up. So just something to think about, okay? Something to think about. But we're going to move on to the next base and figure out how to take down these ring bases, internet bases, and so forth. So now we have the next hit, your typical ring base, right? This is an internet ring base. These sort of bases are very standard in today's wars. Now he's going to decide to use double E-drag for the funnel. Risky business, but he does get the chains, right? Unfortunately, the King, he could have put down the King a little bit earlier, put down that E-drag kind of in a different location. Notice the one up at top. It didn't get as many, it didn't get chains. I would have actually put it right here on this storage. It would have gotten, this elixir drill, a dark elixir drill, it would have gotten more chains off here in the middle. Something, you know, would it have mattered? It could have, certainly could have. But in the end, still able to get it. Just the E-drag really didn't, if you notice and go back to replay, the E-drag didn't do anything up at top. So pretty much swagged an E-drag. Now the one here at 9 did great work. Again, all placement is everything in this. He's going to do, again, this is the Pekka Smash, man. This is the Pekka Smash, no bats. Okay? As I said before, at the very beginning of the video, you can do Pekka Bow Bat or a Pekka Smash like this. You can do, I'm going to show you an E-drag as well. There's a number of different things, or the Queen Walk into Mass Witches, right? They're all very powerful. It's really the go-to. The bowlers get so many chains here off these sort of hits that it's definitely worth it, in my opinion, to bring some sort of Pekka hit or a queen walk into witches. And you can actually bring some bowlers. Bowlers and that ram is a nice combination. That's what a lot of people do if you're going to do the mass witches. Okay? Again, he would have had some more troops up. What generally happens on these hits is he did invest a lot on the funnel, and because these sort of internet bases, the ring bases like this one, all the traps are located near the town hall generally. So that means all of the SAMs. So that, what usually happens is you lose all your healers. Okay? Now, he did not bring any Coco Loons, which is something you can do. It's pretty smart to do. Coco Loon is one where you throw in the loon in front of the healers as your Pekkas go in and your bowlers and all that, just to kind of soak up any SAMs. If you can do that, I highly recommend it. It's definitely worth it. Because this one came down to the wire. It wasn't a total smash, right? It is Town Hall 12, but I think it would have been more of a smash if the funnel at 12, if that E-Drag got more, he would have smashed it even harder, in my opinion. But hey, it's still a 3-star, so that's all that matters. I nitpick only because maybe to help your chances of not failing. That's the only reason. These are all 3 stars. You should be proud of your attacks when these 3-star. But again, these attacks, they don't require a lot of planning. You can just go right in, and if you see the ring base, you're highly likely to get the 3-star. So that's why, in my opinion, these sort of hits have to be used. Now on this one, he's using the E-Drag. As I said before, another ring base, another internet base, 3 singles, right? Now that is dangerous for the E-Drags. I will grant you that. Very dangerous for the E-Drags. You just have to make sure you either freeze them or put the bats down soon enough to take down the single target Infernos. That's what matters, right? Now, in this instance, you could have probably used an Ice Golem here to protect the queen a bit. I think an Ice Golem would have been perfect for the queen here at 5. It would have just given her more health. I think she would have been able to kill the enemy queen as well, or maybe even get the other air defense, okay? So he's going to bring in the bats here early on. Going to rage up. Now, I like the use of the bats early on. Because of the singles, you don't need the freeze. Right? You don't need the freeze. The bats are really just pushing through and creating nice funnel for the E-Drags. So as long as you have your freezes on point and your warden ability, these singles aren't going to be a problem. Now, one thing you could have done, you could have entered in from 4, right? 4 would have been a nice entry point. There is no sweeper facing the E-Drags, right? I mean, he 3-starred anyway, but don't, if you can spot those sort of things, don't hurt yourself, right? There's no reason to hurt yourself with that. Nice use of the freeze. He decided to put him on the Expos in the town hall. I like it, right? Then he used the warden. So the last single's really not going to cause a problem at all. And again, a crushed attack. As I said before, these mass E-Drags are good. You have Queen Walk, Pekka Bobat. You have Queen Walk, Pekka Smash, the Pekka Smash hit. You can do Queen Walk into Mass Witches. I mean, some people like to use Mass Dragons too. But this is, he crushed it. This is an absolute massacre. Slammer's still alive. And he gets down the base very easily. Very nicely done. Not even a maxed heroes. Queen wasn't maxed. Warden wasn't maxed. It makes a difference for sure. And he got his slammer up all the way, and that is how you do it. Very nicely done from Ice. I love the attack, man. It's powerful. So take down the ring base is super easy. It's very easy to get them down. And if you don't get them down, you're probably going to get the 2-star. And that's good too. I know in a lot of these wars, 2 stars means victory. So these are the strategies. The complicated, those hog hits, the Queen Walk La Low, those are more complicated. If you're newer to the game, this is the way to go. It's really going to up your 3-star rate for these ring bases. There's all kinds of ways to hit it, but those kind of methods I showed you, the attacks, use one of those. go with it, and I guarantee you your success rate is going to increase slowly, and eventually your skills will get better. You can branch out and use other strategies if you want. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate it. Please subscribe to the video, or subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment right now if you watch to the very end. We'll see you next time. Halo out.